Hey, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening wherever you're watching from. My name is Victor, Adela Victor Adelua. I am the lead designer and the founder of AV Studios Nigeria. I appreciate what you guys have been doing so far, the subscribers, those people that have been dropping feedbacks, the likes. I mean, it has been really awesome. You guys are the ball because it has been helping me to put up one or two things and to know the next direction to go into. And it is also helping me to know your mind and to know what to treat next in the next video. So in this video, based on the requests of people on Facebook, because I have a Facebook page in case you are not following me on Facebook or you're not my friend on Facebook. You can search Ajala Victor on Facebook and send me a friend request. So you can always follow up my updates. And subsequently, I'll be moving every activities to YouTube because there's a community page in YouTube right on the channel that I can post polls, I can create polls and you people can comment and engage aside from video. But that will be much later. But before then, let's just do this and go to my Facebook so that you can always get notification of whenever because I'll always post whenever I'm dropping a new video, okay? So if you are joining this channel for the first time, make sure you subscribe. You turn on the notification button so that you don't miss any video. And always engage, drop your feedback, ask your questions in the comment section, like, and share to other creatives because there are lots of creatives out there that need this opportunity that you're getting. So thank you very much for everything you've done so far. And I'll be diving right into today's tutorial. And in today's tutorial, I'll be discussing a very crucial topic. It is design process. Design process. When I said, I would have said logo process, but it is actually applicable to every design aspect. Be it logo design, be it flyer, be it publication design, whatever you're doing, even if it's a motion graphic design, it requires a process. And that is the process that I'll be sharing with you guys in this video. This is the process that has been helping me over time. I never had a process before. I had a very small process before. It wasn't really detailed enough. But thanks to Levitate, I've been able to put up a lot. And I have something really good to offer you guys. So stay right here as we dive right into it.
Okay, welcome back. So today I'll be talking about my design process. When I'm talking about my design process, I'm talking about the process in which I go through before designing. Basically, we are talking about logos. So process I go through before designing logos. But this process is applicable to virtually everybody in this career, in graphic design career. If you're designing a flyer, if you're designing a poster, publication design, motion graphic design, vector illustration, whatever design you're doing at all, you need to go through this process. Yes, you need to go through this process. Yes, and I'll be giving a shout out to Levitate because they made this section possible, because if not for them, I would have not been able to put up this tutorial on design process. Okay, quickly, let's jump right into it as we talk about logo design process. So talking about that, what we'll be emphasizing on is what I call bricks. What do I mean by bricks? B-R-I-C-S. The B in the bricks stands for brief, the R stands for research, I stands for inspire, then C for create, and S for share. Now I'll be taking each of these one by one, each alphabet one after the other. So the first one is the brief. We all know what brief is. The brief is the original client request. What the client told you they want. The details of what they want is what we call brief. But oftentimes we've realized that even the brief you get from clients doesn't solve what they want, because they don't know the exact thing to put into place. They don't know the right things to give you. Which is why I will always advise every designer to give their client a questionnaire. Or you can do a one-on-one chat and ask them questions. But if to save yourself the stress of asking them after one after the other, you can just send them a questionnaire. I'll be adding to the link of this video my questionnaire, the questionnaire I use for clients. I'll be adding to this video my questionnaire, so you can check the description for the link to download a questionnaire that you can tweak to your own taste. Okay, so the brief is the original client request. Be sure you have the right one. If you don't have the right one, send your client a questionnaire. In the questionnaire, you will have lots of questions to ask your client. For example, you have like the brand name. You know, we're talking about logos or brand identity design. So the first question there will be the brand name, the description of the brand, which is also about the brand. You have reasons for branding. What do they want their new logo to achieve? What are their competitors? What do they like and dislike about your competitors? You know, questions like that. Questions like that will give you in-depth understanding of the brand and in-depth understanding of which direction to go when designing. Do you feel me? So after getting a clear direction from the questionnaire, then you can go ahead and move to the next phase. But in case you don't get enough answer even from the questionnaire you sent your client, it is advisable that you stage a meeting. You can request for a meeting, be it a Zoom meeting or a physical meeting. Some people know how to express themselves better than using text. So it is advisable you ask for more clarity by requesting for a meeting. I personally have traveled a 7 hours journey just to attend to a client and ask more questions, to stage a meeting actually. So if you know that the gig is worth it and you don't want to flop, you don't want to spoil your image as a designer, ask the right questions. Ask for more questions. Ask for in-depth questions that will make your design easy for you. Because you shouldn't be the one doing the work alone. Your client has a big role to play for you to get a successful project done. So your client has a big role also to play, because if your client just tell you, I need a logo for a fashion brand, it could be anyhow. You can just design anything based on the name the person gave you. But is that what the client wants? So you have to ask questions. So after getting detailed understanding of the brief using a questionnaire or meeting, you can then move ahead to research. The research should follow the brief, because it is after you've gotten details about the brand. Okay, let's say the brand is into fashion. You know, when you give them a questionnaire to fill, they tell you the type of brands they like, the type of brands they don't dislike. You go ahead and make research on those brands they dislike, why they dislike them, what is wrong with their branding, what should you incorporate into the new branding that you're about to do. You go ahead and make research, do research, dig deep. At the end of this research phase, what we want is a narrative that summarizes the task, highlighting all truth and vision of the brand. Every research we make afterwards is just a summary of the vision of the brand. So after getting your research phase right, you can therefore move on to Inspire. The Inspire is the Inspire will help you gather your mood board by going to different sites to see different approaches of identities that will work well. Because the client must have told you, they like logos like this. You now go ahead and do some searching on websites like Behance or Dribbble. Those are my go-to places. Behance, Dribbble. Go onto these sites and search for related brands. See how they approach their branding. Use them as your mood board to create yours. So once you get inspired by these websites, it helps you go a long way. Inspire means to excite, encourage, and breathe life into something. This process is the benchmark of your task globally, nationally, the industry standard, as the brief and the client vision demands. So if you're not getting this Inspire stage well, you might be having a problem with creating something good. So you need to get this process really well. Don't forget, after the brief, the research. After the research, get inspiration that helps you build your mood boards. Sometimes I advise that you show your mood boards to your clients. Does this mood board tell you, or does this mood board align with what you want from the logo design, or does it align with your company brand and vision? And sometimes you can request for a mood board from your clients. Your clients, if they are knowledgeable enough. But if they are not knowledgeable enough, from your inspiration, your research, and from answers from the questionnaire, you have to build a mood board. It is okay that you show your client a mood board. Okay, does this speak about your brand in some way? And if it does, then you go ahead in the creation, which leads us to the C, to create. By doing this, you necessarily do not have to go into your system right away. Your creation starts from your pen or your pencil and your sketch pad or your drawing tablet. You scribble things, sketch as the inspiration is flowing in from what you've seen online. Also, in the inspire phase, you can make use of Instagram. I make use of Instagram also. I personally like Instagram a lot because I see lots of logo designs basically every day. I watch many designers process. I see their process. I see how they design. I see their approach to things, and it helps me. You can follow some pages on Instagram that they are dedicated to just posting logos only, like Logoinspiration, like Logoawesome. I will add links to the description of pages that you can actually look out for on Instagram to follow, so that you can get inspired regularly. Because as a designer, the more you see, the wider your horizon, the wider your thinking faculty. So you need to see more to be able to create more. You understand me? There are millions of clients out there, and there are clients for every designer. So you need to be able to create more and more and more and more. So to do so, you need to feed your creative sense daily. Okay, so the creation aspect is you sketching, and one thing I'll always advise people is, once you're done with your sketching, you can show your clients. Your client might not like your sketch. Your sketch might not be totally perfect. Your client may be like, this is nice, but I think there's something up. Then it is after you get that little conviction that this is nice, I like this than this, or I like this than this. Maybe you present to them like 3 sketches and they say, this is really nice, so I'd like to see what it looks like. It is then that you now go ahead and bring it to life by what? Vectorizing it. And when you're vectorizing your logo, don't show them the logo in the finished form. Show them in black and white, so that even if they don't appreciate it in black and white, you can now add color. The color might bring life to it. But once you show them the finished product, which is the colored version, your clients might not like it. I'm just saying. And if the client doesn't like it at that point, that means you have to redesign. There's no way, there's no two ways around it again. If your client doesn't like your finished logo, then you have to redesign. But you show them the black and white, and if the client is not really convinced enough, because you can tell the client, what if you add colors to it? Okay, what if you add colors to it? The colors might bring it to life, and the client will be like, yeah, maybe this is nice. Maybe it's because there was no color before. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You still have one option left. You have one option left to fall back to if your clients reject your grayscale logo. So once you add color, your client could accept it. But once you've presented it to your client with color in the first place, then you don't have anything to fall back to. You just have to fall back to your sketchbook, your research, and design all over again. So after creating, the next thing is to share. And in this creating aspect, 3 things are involved. 3 things should be put in place. Your client request should be put into consideration. Your narrative of the problem for which the design is required. Your narrative of what you understand about your client request. Number 1, I said your client request. The second point you should put into consideration is the narrative of what you understand by your client's request. What you understand from what your client says, from the answers you got from the questionnaire, what you understand from it. And the third thing to put into consideration is your own level of creativity, your touch of your skill and ability to make it be a bang. Remember, all this process will help you smash every gig easily. It will reduce you the stress of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And what this also means is that you are not doing the work alone. You're carrying your clients along and you are giving them work to do also. So designing a logo is not totally on the designer alone, but the designer and the clients, because you are designing for the clients and not for the industry. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You are designing for your clients and not for the industry. So that ends the design phase, and all you just have to do is to share it with your client. Is it dope? Is it cool? Is it nice? Prove it. Share it with your clients. Before you know it, you get wow, you get thumbs up, you get good reviews. But if you miss all this process and you just jump into designing, it will be a disaster. You have to go back and forth countless times. I don't know if you understand me. So I think basically that's all you need to know about the design phase. And mind you, this process, I mean, that's all you need to know about design process. Mind you, this process is applicable to every other design aspect. Be it flyer design, I mentioned it earlier. If you are designing a flyer and you carry a client through this process, the client will know, okay, this is not a small designer. If you charge the client 50k for a flyer, he will know that, okay, this man knows what he's doing. I don't know if you understand. You put them in a situation whereby they feel like, no, this man is delivering value. And of course, you're delivering value because you know what you're doing. You're taking your time. Imagine you going through all this phase. You know, sometimes when I collect a design gig, a branding gig, it could take as much as 1 month to complete it. Because it's not just me sitting in my system and finishing work. No, not be so. So it takes a process. Once you are able to complete this process, then you see yourself smashing it. It's that easy. So don't forget, I'll be adding to the description of this video link to my questionnaire that you can download and edit to your taste. If you don't like the English, I'm not very good with English. And secondly, I'll be adding links to Instagram account that you can follow and get inspired from. And that will be the end of today's tutorial. See you in the next lesson. And don't forget to subscribe, likes, and share to other creatives to learn, because you don't want to learn alone. Let other people learn. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Allanpeters. Bye.